Hello, family. You know, in the book called Affairs of West Africa, written by Edmund Morel in 1902, there was a French linguist named Grimaud de Goridon. He's French, so sorry if I messed up that name. But Grimaud de Goridon held the view that the Fulanis, or the Fula people, or the Pul people, they go by different names. He held the view that the Fulani people, their ancestors, might have derived, actually he said that their religion perpetuates the records of the books of Genesis and Exodus. And Goradon held the view that the Fulani people's ancestors might have derived these traditions from the Hebrews during the time of their sojourn in Egypt. So I want to share some quotes from you from this book, Affairs of West Africa, and then I also want to share with you another book also that talks about the Fulani people. Very interesting. So let me share this with you, family. Now, in the chapter entitled Origin of the Fulani, de Gregorian mentions this. He says, in the course of his relations with the Fulani, de Goridon was particularly struck with their peculiar knowledge of Jewish history. So familiar did they speak of the chief Hebrew personalities of the Old Testament, and so well posted were they with the principal events related in it, that they could not, argued de Goridon, have acquired their knowledge merely through Arabic sources. They referred to those times as though dealing with their own national records. Moses and Abraham might have been individuals of the same race as themselves. In their oral legends, Moses plays a very important part, and although certain passages of the scriptures are transported, or rather assimilated, they have so intense a biblical and Hebraic tone as to exclude all Arabic influence. De Goridon goes on to conclude, de Goridon's conclusions are best given in his own words. It would seem as if the Puls, the Fulanis, if they themselves did not possess the Jewish faith, which I would rather be disposed to affirm than deny, were at least in permanent contact with the Jewish people in remote times, and that influenced at one time or another by the Israelites, they received Old Testament legend directly from them. Now let me share with you some quotes from another book. This was called The Lost Tribes, a Myth, written by Alan Howard Godbey in 1930. Notice what he says about the Fulani peoples, or the Puls, or the Fulas. As I said, they go by many different names here, the Fula people. They go the Fula, the Fulani, the Fulbi, and they also go by the Puls also. So let me share with you what was written in this book, The Lost Tribes, in 1930. Now the Fulas, who have pushed across Africa from Somaliland to Senegambia and the lower Niger, have this very tradition that they are descendants of Phut, of the son of Ham. Whether this be true or not, it is a singular fact that they have prefixed this name to almost every district of any extent which they have ever occupied. They have Fudu Toro near Senegal, Futu Bandu, and Futu Jalon to the north of Sierra Leone. There are also other Futu Kasson, Futu Zora, Futu Furlo, Futu Dugo. The whole stock seems to have the tradition presented in Genesis chapter 10, verse 7, but there is no proof of a general acceptance of Yahwehism. They call themselves also Pole, Fowl, plural, Pobi, Phobi, ruddy, clear brown people. Okay, friends, did you notice it said that they have a tradition that they are descendants of Phut, the son of Ham. So no wonder some of these territories start with the word Phut, Futa, Futatoro, Futubando, Futujalon. You see where I'm coming from? Futukasan, Phut, the son of Ham. And we can read this in the book of Genesis, chapter 10 and verse 6, where it reads, "And the sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim and Phut and Canaan." Now in some translations use, like this one here, the descendants of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Put, and Canaan. So some say Put and some say Foot. But again, the Fulani people claim that they are descendants of Foot, of Ham's son. And these two books that I mentioned about, that I quoted from, talks about how they have these Jewish customs within their tribe as regards in Genesis and Exodus. So friends, I thought that was very interesting, so I wanted to share that with you this evening, that the Fulani people, they have various regions within their country that starts with the word Phut, Futa, which was one of the sons of Ham, Phut, or Put. Okay, family, thank you for letting me share that with you today. And we will talk about another topic next time regarding the Hebrew Scriptures, the seed of Judah, and the line of Shem. So until next time, family, y'all stay safe.